Good morning, everybody. Um, we are on our fourth day of our read aloud because it is Thursday. Um, I just wanted to go over some of our dollar words from yesterday. I made a mistake on Tuesday. Turkey, that was submitted by Adriana, is a dollar word, so that's her second one. Yesterday, I had Mike Alonzo submit drowsy, which was just about 4 cents too much. So my only dollar word from yesterday was from Adriana, Wizards, Wizards. I love that some of you are taking on this challenge. And it's going to take a couple words to get in today if you want to beat Adriana. And I'm sure she'll submit another one today. So see if you can get some for our weekly shout out tomorrow. All right, so we are picking up in October with Anna today. I didn't want my plant to die. I didn't want to put it in the box. Everybody was staring at me. I started crying. Mr. Terupt took me out into the hall. Anna, what's wrong? I don't want to kill my plant, I blurted out. My back slid down the wall and I put my head in my hands. We're not going to kill your plant, Mr. Terupt knelt down in front of me. Yes, you are, I said. If we put it in a box, it's going to kill it. We'll take it out before it dies, he promised. No, I don't want to hurt it. Tell you what, Anna, let's do the experiments that are lined up for your plant. We have to, because Danielle is your partner and she needs to do the science too. Then, when we're all done, I'll let you take my plant, our control. That one we don't do anything to. I still don't like the idea of hurting my plant, but I like the idea of getting the control. I think he saw my hesitation. Plus, since you're working with Danielle, I have a feeling that your plan is actually going to be just fine. I don't know Danielle that well. She's never been in my class before. She seems nice. I like her. Sometimes she's friends with Alexa. I don't know why. I'm glad I'm partners with Danielle and not Alexa. I've never been in Alexa's class, but I can tell she's mean. All the girls listen to her, though. All the girls listen to her, though. Katie, Emily, Heather, Natalie, all of them. Not me. I stay away from her. My mom has warned me not to get involved in that popularity stuff. She was ostracized once. That means nobody wanted to be friends with her. My mom told me it was like there was a big group of people holding hands in a circle, and she was never let in. She always had to stand outside the circle. Mom doesn't ever want that to happen to me. It was when she was 16 and pregnant with me. I can tell that she still hurts inside from all of it. Even her own parents shunned her. That's why she quit school shortly after I was born and moved out. She tried to move in with my dad. I've never met him, but that didn't work out. He left. Mom says we can talk about my dad and the whole situation when I'm older. All I know is that she says he's a nice man. My grandma and grandpa, I've never met them either, still don't want anything to do with us. They moved far away after my mom moved out. My mom might be young, but she's still a great mom. She's my best friend, and I love her. If you love someone, you don't quit on them just because they make a mistake. Mr. Terupt helped me stand up. Trust me on this one, he said. Be positive. We headed back into the classroom. My plant went into the box and came out a few days later, a little yellow and without a lot of new growth. But it was alive. Turning it on its side wasn't harmful, so I was okay with that test. And then it was our chance to feed it whatever we wanted. Mr. Terupt was right. Danielle knew what she was doing. Here's a list of things we could mix together, Danielle said. I read the list. I didn't know everything on it. How did she? My grandmother helped me with it, she said. She's always been good at growing things. She's the reason we have successful crops on the farm. Both of us brought in some of the ingredients. We mixed them together and fed our plant. Ours was the only one that survived. It turned really green and grew and grew and grew. I took the control home, but Danielle and I decided to leave our plant in school. We kept feeding it, and everyone watched it grow. It grew almost to the ceiling, wrapping itself around the cord to the blinds, all the way up. Then one day it was knocked over. Somehow our super duper plant fell off the windowsill. Nobody knows what happened. I have a pretty good idea, though. I bet Alexa did it, because it happened when she was being nasty to Danielle. I'm thankful that Mr. Terupt let me take the control home. I didn't want her to hurt that one, too. I liked being Danielle's partner. I wonder now if Mr. Terupt knew that what he was starting between me and Danielle. I wonder. Jessica. My daily routine included lunch with Alexa and the girls, minus Danielle and Anna. They sat alone. And then recess. Alexa found it funny to see how upset Danielle would get. Right about this time, I was finishing the book Belle Teal. I loved Belle. I wanted her to be my friend. She was honest and courageous. What would Belle do in my shoes? That was easy. She would do the right thing, and doing the right thing meant giving someone a chance. Danielle didn't seem anything like Alexa made her out to be. I decided it was time to talk to Danielle and find out for myself. Act 2, Scene 2. I set out to find Danielle the next day at recess. I spotted her from a distance. She was drawing in the dirt with a stick. "Hi, Danielle," I said as I approached, clutching my latest book, Where the Red Fern Grows, close to me. "What do you want?" she shot back, jabbing her stick too hard into the ground, causing it to snap in half. She turned away. It sounded like she was crying. "Are you okay?" I walked closer. "No, Lexi's being really mean to me, and it's all your fault." She threw the sticks onto the ground. My fault? She blamed me? Why didn't I see it coming? It made perfect sense. I was the new girl. My arrival pushed her out of the group. "I'm sorry," I said. I stood there. I wanted to be back in California anyway. I missed my dad. Danielle began scratching pictures in the dirt with her finger. "I'm sorry I said that. It's not your fault." I sat down. "It's just that Lexi's ignoring me, talking about me, saying mean stuff," Danielle went on. "She doesn't sit with me at lunch, she's not playing with me, and now all the other girls are doing the same. They always do what Alexa says. Anna's the only one who is still nice to me, and I'm not supposed to be friends with her." "Why not?" I asked. "My family, especially my grandma, thinks she's a bad influence." "I don't get it." "My mom and dad used to be friends with her grandparents, and—" "You mean her parents?" I interrupted. "No, her grandparents." Danielle stopped moving the dirt and sat up to explain. "My mom and dad are 47. They had my older brother Charlie when they were 20, the same time Anna's grandparents had Anna's mother. They were all friends at church. That's how they knew each other. Charlie is 27, so Anna's mom must be 27 too." "And Anna's 11?" I said, quickly putting all the pieces together. "So that means her mom was 16 when Anna was born." "That's right," Danielle said. "And that's why your family, especially your grandmother, thinks Anna will be a bad influence?" I asked. "Yes," Danielle said. "I think they figure Anna will be like her mother, and that's not the type of people churchgoers should associate with." I didn't like what I was hearing. None of it seemed fair to Anna, but I wanted to learn more about her mother's story. What happened after Anna was born? "I'm not sure," Danielle said. "I just know that it's only Anna and her mother now." "None of that's her fault," I said matter-of-factly. Danielle nodded. She bent forward and started drawing in the dirt again. I decided not to push it any more. She seemed upset by it too. "I'll play with you," I said. "You will?" The hint of a smile spread its way across Danielle's dirt-streaked, teary face. "Sure, and I won't listen to Alexa." I slid Where the Red Fern Grows off to the side and dug into the earth with my finger. "I know that book. My grandma read it to me." "It's very good," I said. "Everybody always likes a character with a dog. That's something my dad told me." "It's a sad story," Danielle said, "but I won't tell you what happens." "Please don't. We can talk about it when I get done, though." "Sure," she said, shrugging her shoulders. We sat next to each other, scratching pictures in the dirt until the whistle sounded. Recess was over. We stood up and brushed ourselves off. That was when I saw Danielle's dirt sketch of two dogs. "That's a great picture, Danielle." "Thanks," she said. I liked Danielle. There were a lot of interesting things to learn about her, I could tell. I grabbed my book and were headed toward the building. Then I saw Ander wandering over by herself. I wondered if she wanted to be a loner, or did she want friends? Why did she try so hard to be invisible? Was she embarrassed by her family situation, and how many people actually knew all the stuff about her mother? Act 2, Scene 3. I was talking with Danielle when all of a sudden she rushed ahead and hurried inside. Looking up, I found out why. Alexa got right in my face. "Like, what are you doing? I thought I told you not to be friends with her." Alexa's head jerked from side to side as we talked. It reminded me of a bobblehead. She blocked my way, her hands on her cheetah pattern hips. "There's nothing wrong with Danielle. Besides, I can play with whomever I want," I said. "Fine. Then, like, you're not my friend anymore," Alexa said. She knocked Where the Red Fern Grows out of my hands, then she whipped around and stomped inside. I wasn't upset, but I'm not stupid either. I knew Alexa was going to make my life miserable. That was her game, and she was good at it too. Still, I had no clue how bad things really could get. Alexa. I saw Jessica talking to Danielle. I saw them playing. That double crossing, no good Miss Perfect from California. She was going to get it. I went right up to her after recess and smacked her stupid book out of her hands. Who did she think she was messing with? I couldn't let her stand up to me and get away with it. Then somebody else might think they could do that too. I wasn't about to let that happen. Nobody messes with Alexa. Then I had to deal with Danielle. I caught up to her inside and followed her into the bathroom. I was like, "What are you doing?" She backed up in the stall. "Nothing. What's wrong?" I was like, "You're crazy to be friends with the new girl. I told you she's been saying nasty stuff about you. How you smell like the farm. And just now she said, 'Who's bigger, Danielle or the cows?'" Now Danielle was crying. Score. I hugged her. I was like, "We've been friends a long time, Danielle. Since second grade. We don't need her." She was still crying. I hugged her again. I was thinking, this will teach you to mess with me, Miss Perfect. I let go of Danielle and walked over and stood in front of the mirror. I fixed the scrunchie in my hair and readjusted my scarf. I reapplied some Princess Pink lip gloss. I was like, "Don't you worry, Danielle. We'll get her." Danielle. Actually, we're gonna stop there. All right. Today we've got one more day of our read aloud tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Fun Friday, so look in today's post about our Zoom Kahoot, which I will be posting about first thing this morning, so you can prepare for it tomorrow. I'll also be looking for our dollar words down in the comment section. All right, let's have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow.